What's this like for you getting to the end of your career? Obviously, you exceeded a lot of people's expectations just getting where you are. So what's this whole process been like for you?
It's been a special time. Going back 5 years ago, I was just reflecting on it a little bit yesterday. Just how far you come as a player and then also as a team. You know, it's been pretty cool to see my teammates just develop into the guys that have big roles on the team, but also big roles off the field too.
Play some. What would it mean to you if you could get into one of these next 2 games, especially maybe against Wisconsin on Senior Day? If the game unfolds like that, what would that mean to you?
I mean, pretty cool. But I knew coming here that odds would be against me as far as playing time goes. But I want to take that chance anyway, and I would never go back and do it over again differently. The experiences that I've had here, off the field, on the field, the things that I've learned, the things that I've been exposed to that have helped me grow as a person have been phenomenal. You know, and it's the education I've gotten, but also not just in the classroom, but in life. And football is a big part of that. It's been great. And if I get into a game, that'd be awesome. But we'll see how that goes.
From the outside looking in, behind Matt, what have you seen Coach O'Brien do with him that's allowed him to develop this year especially?
Matt's a very smart kid, and that's one of the things you really need in this offense. Accuracy and decision making were 2 of the things that Coach really preached when we first came here. And so his ability to just get the ball at the right place, you know, get us in the right play, and then put the ball where it's supposed to be, has been his biggest strength, or one of his biggest strengths. And he's matured. I mean, you can never get less experienced as a player, so he's definitely benefited from that. This is, you know, 3rd year really playing, so he's done very well, I think, as have all of our quarterbacks.
Shane, on your left, what do you feel like your main role on the team has been this year? Obviously, Steven's back there with you as well. What do you feel like your main role has been?
I think my main role, just like everyone's main role, is do your job as best as you can every day. Whether it's, you know, writing plays on a board to signal them into Matt during game, whether it's impersonating the other team's quarterback during a practice, whether it's, you know, helping somebody out with a particular, you know, route concept or something that they're forgetting, whatever it is, you know, I just want to do that as best as I can. And if you can do that and have that relentless effort for your team, and you can have a whole team of guys doing that, your team's going to be special.
So you're not necessarily expecting to be a surprise starter on Saturday?
Not so much, not right now, though.
Could you talk about what led you here, what other opportunities that you may have had, and why you ended up here?
It's actually a wild story in itself. I mean, I didn't start talking to Penn State as far as football goes until January of my senior year in high school. So, you know, guys come in, you know, junior year, senior year, I'm late in the process. And I actually remember, I hate talking about where I was going to go to college because, you know, I knew that my dream was to be a big-time Division I quarterback, you know. And right now, at that time, I wasn't getting it. You know, I had some nice Division I AA, Division II, and III schools, but that wasn't my dream. And so I remember crying with my mother one time in the car. She's talking about this, trying to ask me, "Oh, what about college?" You know, and you know, it's a pretty emotional time when you stare the death of your dream right in the face. You know, and I was pretty much doing that. But then out of nowhere, my mom, who's normally she's pretty reserved, you know, like peaceful woman. You know, she steps out and says, "Shane, all right, we're going to take your highlight tape and we're going to send it to everyone that you want to. All right, and then if we get nothing back, we're going to send it again. And if we get nothing there, we're going to call them and we're going to do something until something happens." A few weeks later, I'm in touch with Penn State. I take a visit on President's Day. Got to meet with all the coaches, got to meet with some people in college communications, including Malcolm, I don't know if he's here. And I knew after that I couldn't turn down this offer. You know, I've been looking at some other pretty prestigious academic schools, but like this was almost the perfect marriage between both football, you know, realizing my dream, and also the Curley Center here is unparalleled as far as its reach and its influence and the way it's helped me grow as a student. So.
Forgive me for asking this, but in the middle again, but do teammates give you flack for your hair or anything like that?
A little bit here and there. It's all good, yeah.
Shane, you're pretty involved with other stuff at Penn State too. You're on homecoming court and campus ministry, I think, and also grades, like you said. What's it like balancing all that with your role in the football team?
I mean, to be honest, I look at myself as just like a regular college kid, except I just happen to play a sport that, you know, a lot of people are interested in. And it's a sport that I love, but I also love a lot of other things in life too. I love the idea of just being, as good as you can be in as many things that you can be involved in. For a while there, it was my biggest fear in school was, here I am, it's a great community of a football team and student athletes and all that stuff, but I knew there were so many other great people out there that I just hadn't met yet. So many great organizations, so many cool people, and I didn't want to go my whole career without meeting those people. So after that happened, I kind of devoted my efforts to just reaching out a little more, trying to get involved in things, and it's been awesome. Because the people really make the place. Penn State is a special place, but it's special because of its people, and to be able to meet people and get to know them, and it's been great.
Shane, you're a journalism major. Do you know what's next for your future? Do you want to be sitting out here or something like that?
That'd be cool. I got the chance through actually the College of Con to work the 2012 the BCS National Championship game, and it was pretty interesting because as a current player, you're on this side of things sometimes, and then on that side, I was a credentialed media member. So here I am interviewing some Alabama and LSU kids and writing stories on them. So it was interesting, to have a job at the same time. Here I am playing at a bowl game in the Ticket City Bowl, and then 5 days later, I'm watching it from the press box. So it's a pretty cool opportunity. After this, I don't know. I want to write something. I don't know whether it's writing fiction or writing, magazine writing or some sort of covering the sports. I'm not really sure. But I've got confidence. I've got the faith that something's going to work out. Whatever I do.
He took my question a little bit. An offshoot on that. You're very media savvy. You might be here at some point, and you're a player. What would you say that your analysis of the media coverage of everything that's happened at Penn State over the last year has been? How would you do things differently if you were sitting in our seats?
I'm not one much for speculation, so I'm not really sure. I do probably what I best thought was right, and I think you guys do that all yourselves too. So to be able to, I'm not in your guys' shoes, so it'd be hard for me to even say because I just don't have that experience. But yeah, I think just doing the right thing. You can never go wrong with that.